Do you love it that a brand pays you once for a video on YouTube, but gets a benefit from the views of that video forever? Well, that scenario is about to change. YouTube just rolled out something called dynamic ad insertion. And in my opinion, it is one of the most exciting new updates YouTube has done for a really long time. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you why this is such a huge deal for creators on YouTube, what this new change means specifically to you, and what you should be doing now to prepare for this, regardless if you have 500 subscribers or 5 million. Hi, I'm Erika Vieira. I'm a YouTube strategist and coach for almost 10 years. I've helped over 2,000 women business owners, entrepreneurs, and creatives grow their YouTube channels. This channel is real talk for women, creators, and business owners. The honest, behind-the-scenes truths I share with clients every day, but you rarely hear it in public. Dynamic ad insertion was recently announced at YouTube's Made on YouTube event. Towards the end of this year, 2025, it will be tested by a few channels, but it'll more globally be rolled out to everybody next year, according to YouTube. It is still really early, but it's important to start thinking about how this change is going to impact you and what you need to do now to get in early and take advantage of this massive opportunity that is about to happen. With dynamic ad insertion, a sponsor doesn't have to live in your video forever. You'll be able to swap which sponsor shows up and, most importantly, for how long. So why is this so big? It opens up way more opportunities for creators to make way more money. The current way is that a brand pays you once, and then it keeps getting the exposure for years as your video keeps getting the views. With dynamic ad insertion, this flips and you can sell now a period of time. That integration in the video will now have the option to not be forever. And that means for you, more chances to earn on that same video across seasons and even across different sponsors. And this isn't just for big channels. If you're small, this matters as well. If you're mid-size, this really matters. And if you're a big channel, this is an insane change for you. So small channels, maybe you have 1 or 2 evergreen videos that constantly bring in views every single day. That steady drip of views onto those older videos is leverage. Even if those videos never had a sponsor at any point, dynamic ad insertions lets those videos work for you. Mid and large range channels, you've probably experienced something like this. Let's say your average video gets 10 to 20,000 views. A brand pays based on those average views. Say one video pops off and it's got 150,000 views, 200,000 views, 1 million views, which I've had happen with several of the channels I work with. That brand now gets massive exposure, but at a discount. They only paid for the 10 to 20,000 views that you usually get. With dynamic ad insertion, that forever benefit for brands, it goes away. So now you can have a time limit or even a view count access to those brands. For example, I have 2 clients in mind. One client had a steady amount of views per video. We were getting anywhere from, I'd say, 20 to 40,000 views. Now, one of her videos just went crazy and it's now at 1.5 million views, I wanna say closer to 2 million. Well, that video was sponsored, but that brand only paid for like a 20,000 view video. So you can imagine the opportunity that this creator would have had if there was dynamic ad insertion at the time when we uploaded that video. She could have said, hey, I'm gonna cap it. If it gets more than 20,000 views, then you pay this amount. Or just say you get to be a sponsor for 3 months or something. There's some kind of an arrangement that can be made because now you can swap those ads in and out. And I'm gonna clarify, I don't know exactly what this looks like on YouTube yet because it technically hasn't really rolled out. And once I do and I see it happen in action, you better believe I'll be back here to share my thoughts on exactly, technically speaking, how creators are gonna really do this as far as filming the ads. Are they gonna film different types of ads? Because in the past too, at least with the clients that I've worked with, we've always kind of worked the video topic around that brand. Even if it's an integration, we wanna make sure that integration seems seamless and natural. It's gonna be different and interesting to see how that changes once this whole dynamic ad insertion happens. One of the best parts of YouTube is the evergreen nature of it. That's why I love YouTube so much, and I personally think, and I'm biased, that YouTube is by far the best platform out there because your videos can live for years. Some videos die, many do, but some blow up, and some blow up much later. Some get you views consistently every single day. That long tail is what makes YouTube so different from other platforms. I get people who are very successful on other platforms like TikTok and Instagram and have millions of followers there, but they still see YouTube as an incredible opportunity because they know the nature of those short form platforms and they know how much value there is to creating that relationship with your viewers on YouTube and having the ability to be able to make money from videos that you upload months and years prior. Now with this new change, your video can keep earning not just AdSense, but from brand deals because that sponsor can now rotate. Your content stays the same, but your ad slot gets updated and current. And I'm here just thinking about different ideas and ways creatively that creators can make money off of this. But let's say a video does do really well, like that example with my client, and a video does start to blow up. You could say, well, you have a new product now. Do you want to update that ad to the newest product? Right? There's so many different ways, and honestly, media has been doing this forever with television and even podcasts. Here's how to prepare for this big change without overthinking it. Technically speaking, there's not really anything for you to do right now because this feature isn't available to everybody. But smart creators do look ahead, and you're a smart creator because you're here. So I know you're going to want to hear what I have to say. The step one that you should do is look at your analytics. Look at the views that you're getting over the last 48 hours. Make note of the videos that are getting the most views right now, and they're not always the most recently updated. I would say it's like the top 10 long form videos. Now keep track of those videos for a while. Just keep going into your analytics. If a video keeps getting, say, like 200 or 500 or plus views every 48 hours and it's been steady like that for months, then keep track of that. Mark that down. That's a winner video. And the next thing you're going to want to do is start drafting up and thinking about simple pitches to use later when this rolls out. So if you do have a manager, you're going to want to start talking to that manager about how you can now pitch it. So it's really going to have to come from the creators. If the creators don't pitch this to the brands aren't going to do it. The brands want to be in that video forever. It is up to the creators to say, okay, now that we have dynamic ads, I'm actually going to sell you this ad slot for the next 3 months or for the next 30 days. And if you want anything beyond that, here's a cost. And the more creators and managers start to implement this, the more that it's going to be normalized. But I have a feeling it is going to take a little bit of time for the brands to get on board, but they're going to have to realize that if they have to keep working with creators, they're going to need to do that. So start those conversations now with your manager, with the brands that you have relationships with, and even more ideas as I think about it. You can actually take a bunch of related evergreen videos into a block and say, here's these 5 videos. Do you want to take over those 5 videos with ads? You can even do an entire channel takeover and say, you can be across 10 of my videos or 20 of my highest performing videos for the next month, for the next 2 weeks, whatever it is. There are so many different options now with this dynamic ad insertion. So let's talk about how this changes brand relationships. Brands by default get that forever placement just by the nature of the platform. And a lot of brands like to have a say over the title or the angle because they know that the ad will live in there forever. After this goes into place and creators start getting on board and the brands need to start changing the way that they work with creators, now your content stays evergreen for your audience, but the sponsor access can be changed. So you want to be aware of that because I do know that a lot of the brands will say, well, we want the video to have this kind of topic or that kind of topic. And as a creator, you could do whatever you want. You could say, fine, I'll do that and hope that any new sponsor might enjoy that. It's going to be interesting to see how this gets rolled out and how people actually start implementing it practically in their day-to-day. I often talk a lot on this channel about the 4 corners of the monetization diamond. You got the brand deals, AdSense, your own products and services, or affiliates. Now, dynamic ad insertion strengthens that brand deals corner. It lets a single video carry different partners over its lifetime. And it also plays nice with the other 4 corners. That same video still earns AdSense, it can still point to your own offer, product, or services, and it can still mention affiliate products. And that's the beauty of YouTube. You have one video with a lot of different monetization opportunities. This is just one more amazing opportunity. All right, what do you guys think about this? The dynamic ad insertion. It gives creators so much more control and more chances to earn with their videos, especially those videos that tend to take off over the long run. If you want to stay on top of changes like this and be in a room full of women creators who are serious about their YouTube growth, then consider joining my YouTube bootcamp. We do live calls, we talk through real cases like this, and I'm always giving my bootcampers the behind the scenes and the up to date of what I'm seeing with YouTube. We also build your signature brand strategy for YouTube, which is a thing that actually drives growth, income, and impact. Up next, watch this video on YouTube collaborations, which is another feature I'm really excited about. Until next time, keep shining, keep creating, and most importantly, keep being you. And if you made it all the way to the end, make sure you subscribe. Mwah!